Hello guys, today's video is all about making your weapon hit like a truck. It will absolutely destroy this week's Grandmaster. The Corrupted used to be one of the hardest GMs. Well, use this build and it's now one of the easiest. And the best part is this works in every content. I tried this for fun on the new Warlord's Ruin dungeon and I did more than 8 million in one full DPS phase, shooting mainly malfeasance. And talking about malfeasance, it's a great weapon. 3 players with malfeasance will destroy the Corrupted. But if you use Lucky Pants, you just take it to the next level. And to get the Lucky Pants buff, all you have to do is swap to malfeasance with a full magazine and start shooting. That's it guys, that's it. Then you will get a 10-second debuff that won't allow you to proc the buff. So just keep shooting, and when the out of luck debuff is gone, just reload it, swap to another weapon, swap back to malfeasance, and there you go, destroy everything. By the way guys, if you have any tips on how to remove the out of luck debuff in real life, please let me know in the comments, please. And as you can see in the video, enemies, they just don't stand a chance. They are taken in the Corrupted Nightfall, so it already does extra damage to Taken, and with Lucky Pants, well, it's not even fair. You can use Lucky Pants with every subclass, but I went with Void. Why? In my opinion, Void Hunter is just amazing. The invisibility helps so much with survivability, with your positioning, reviving players. It's just hard not to choose Void. And guys, in the clips that you're watching, I'm the only one using Lucky Pants. Sometimes there's 2 players with malfeasance, but I'm the only hunter with Lucky Pants in the video. So it just shows how good it is. Okay, even for this part, it's one of the tricky parts of the GM. Look how easy it was. Let's talk about the build now. Well, don't worry about the seasonal artifact. It's mainly for solar, so just go with whatever you like. For the super, I went with Nightfall for the Nightfall. If I'm doing a raid or a dungeon boss, most probably I'll swap to Mobius Quiver for more damage, but just go with Nightfall. Marksman dodge, so when you perform a dodge, you reload your weapon, triple jump. And Snare Bomb. Snare Bomb is really good because it can make you invisible, it can make your allies invisible, and it can weaken your enemies. So it's a 15% debuff on your enemies. Really good. In my grenade of choice, I went with Vortex, so it pulls the enemies to a spot. It's just a nice grenade. For the aspects, Vanishing Step. So you're in a tough position, you're about to die, dude, just dodge, that's it, go invisible, get out of there, try to break line of sight, wait a couple of seconds so your health can regen, and back to combat. And Trapper's Ambush. It's just another way to get your invisibility. For the fragments, I went with Echo of Vigilance. It takes 10 recovery from you, but when you kill an enemy while you have critical health, so when your shields are depleted, you kill an enemy, you get an overshield. It's a nice trade-off. One less enemy, one more overshield. The second one, Echo of Starvation, a must in every Void build. When you pick a Void Breach or an Orb of Power, and we will have tons of Orb of Powers, you'll get Devour. Devour is amazing. And next is Echo of Persistence. Void buffs applied to you have increased duration, and this works with Invisibility, Overshield, and Devour. And with this build, you have the 3 of them. And last but not least, Finisher Final Blows grant Invisibility. It's just good, you know, to have invisibility when you're doing a finisher. Sometimes you're in a tough position, just get a enemy low, finish it, come back. Now, for our mods, starting on the helmet, Font of Wisdom for a better super cooldown, and 2 Kinetic Siphon. This way, we will generate a ton of orbs. Those orbs will proc Devour, and because we have 2, the orbs we spawn grants us more super energy. In our gloves, Kinetic Dexterity, so malfeasance will feel snappier, Fastball, and Kinetic Loader for faster reloads. Even though we have the dodge, most of the times we're not going to use it to reload, so helps a lot. On our chest, 3 resist mods, 1 for each. If we're dead, we can't do damage, so that's why. For our boots, guys, 3 Kinect Surges. Why? Because we want to do maximum damage and we do not need recuperation, because when we get that orb, we get Devour. Simple as this, guys. And on our class item, we have Outreach. So when you dodge, you get your melee back a little bit. This will help with your invisibility, weaken enemies like we talked about. Proximity Ward, I love Proximity Ward. And you may ask, why not Reaper? Well, when you go invisible, that's because something happened. That's because you're low on health, so you gotta wait a couple of seconds to get your health back. And with Reaper now, after the recent patch, you have 10 seconds to shoot an enemy and kill it to generate the orb. So I just don't like it. I don't like the stress of it. And I love Proximity Ward. And it helps because you have a fragment that when you're finishing an enemy, you get you become invisible. So with Proximity Ward, you get a powerful overshield when you're finishing an enemy, so you're not gonna die. It's just great. And last but not least, time dilation. So you have more time with your kinetic weapon surge, so you're gonna do a ton of damage for longer times. And that's it. I thought about making a guide on how to do the corrupted, but honestly, with this build, you don't need a guide. You don't need a guide. You just shoot at what's in front of you, and that's it. GM done. As you can see, we cannot one phase it now. Our health just stops at 50%. We tried a couple of strategies, but yeah, there's no way to do it, at least that I know of. So what you can do is you can take a ball into the next area and take 1/4 of our health, but honestly you don't need that. Like, the final phase is not that bad. All you have to do is keep moving so she doesn't push you from the map, and prioritize all the other enemies. So just leave her last. If a wave of enemies spawns, just kill all the enemies. If you have to super to kill those captains with your super, use your heavy, whatever you have to, and that's it. She'll be alone in the map and you'll easily get the kill. So that's my build guide with these tips, and that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for the recent support. It's been amazing. A lot of people are starting to comment, so again, say something nice in the comments. And guys, thank you for watching, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.